Have you ever wondered if your dog has been quietly trying to tell you something for years, but you never realized it? Not because you don't love them, not because you're a bad owner, but because dogs experience the world emotionally, and humans often misunderstand the signals right in front of them. Your dog watches you constantly, your footsteps, your voice, your mood, the way you look at them when you walk through the door. And while most owners focus on food, toys, and training, dogs care deeply about something far more important: emotional safety. The heartbreaking truth is that many dogs spend their lives adapting to habits that accidentally make them anxious, confused, or emotionally lonely. Not through cruelty, but through misunderstanding. Tonight, your dog will probably sleep somewhere near you. Maybe beside your bed. Maybe outside your room. Maybe in a corner where they can still hear you breathing. Because to your dog, you are more than family. You are their entire emotional world. And in this video, we're going to explore the everyday things humans do that quietly hurt dogs emotionally without realizing it. Some of these may surprise you. And number 4 may completely change the way you see your relationship with your dog forever. Before we begin, subscribe now if you love dogs and want to understand the emotional world behind their behavior. This channel is all about canine psychology, emotional bonding, and the hidden truths behind pet behavior. Number 1. You force affection when your dog needs space. Most people think affection always feels good to dogs. So when their dog looks nervous, sad, or distant, they immediately try to comfort them physically. They hug them tightly, pat their head repeatedly, pull them closer. But many dogs do not experience that moment the same way humans do. Dogs often seek calm presence more than intense physical contact. Watch your dog carefully during stressful moments. Do they lean into your touch, or freeze slightly? Do they relax, or lick their lips, look away, yawn, or become still? Those small reactions are stress signals, and many loving owners completely miss them. Because humans mistake tolerance for enjoyment. Dogs often tolerate uncomfortable affection because they trust us, not because they actually enjoy it. Real emotional trust happens when a dog feels they can choose closeness freely. Sometimes the most comforting thing you can do is simply sit quietly beside them without forcing interaction. That creates safety. And safety is what dogs remember most. Number 2. Your emotions become your dog's emotions. Dogs are emotional mirrors. They constantly study human energy, facial expressions, tone changes, movement, and tension. Your dog may not understand your job, your bills, or your stress, but they absolutely understand emotional instability. If you come home frustrated every day, slam doors, move aggressively, or constantly radiate stress, your dog absorbs that emotional atmosphere. Over time, many dogs become anxious not because of their own experiences, but because they are living inside someone else's tension. Some become hyper-alert, some become clingy, some stop fully relaxing altogether. Dogs feel safest around emotional predictability. That does not mean you must pretend to be happy all the time. It simply means your dog needs steadiness more than emotional chaos. Calm owners often create calm dogs. Not through dominance, not through punishment, but because nervous systems influence each other. Your dog looks at you to decide whether the world is safe, and if your energy constantly says danger, stress, pressure, or unpredictability, your dog begins living in that emotional state too. Number 3. You mistake obedience for trust. A dog can obey you and still feel emotionally afraid of disappointing you. That surprises many people, because humans often judge relationships through behavior. My dog listens to me. My dog follows commands. My dog behaves perfectly. But obedience alone does not always mean emotional security. Fear can create obedience too, so can confusion, so can emotional shutdown. A truly trusting dog feels safe around you even when they make mistakes. They do not constantly monitor your mood. They do not flinch when you move suddenly. They do not panic every time they get something wrong. Some dogs become extremely quiet and obedient simply because they are afraid of conflict. And sadly, many owners interpret that silence as a perfect dog. But emotionally healthy dogs communicate. They explore. They express curiosity. They feel safe enough to exist naturally around their humans. Your relationship should never feel like a constant test your dog is trying to pass. It should feel like home. Number 4. You ignore them when they need comfort the most. This one quietly damages trust more deeply than most owners realize. Imagine your dog hears thunder or fireworks or becomes frightened in an unfamiliar place, and instinctively they come looking for you. Not for food, not for treats, for emotional safety. But many humans dismiss those moments. You're okay. Stop acting scared. Or they ignore the dog completely because they believe comforting fear will encourage weakness. But research into canine behavior has shown something important. Comfort does not reinforce fear. Feeling abandoned during fear reinforces fear. Dogs do not expect us to remove every scary thing from the world. They simply need to know they are not facing it alone. That changes everything emotionally, because trust is not built during easy moments. Trust is built during vulnerable moments. Your dog remembers who you become when they are afraid, and dogs that consistently feel emotionally supported recover from stress faster and develop greater long-term confidence. Your calm presence becomes their emotional anchor, and honestly, that may be one of the most important roles you will ever play in your dog's life. Number 5. You punish communication instead of listening to it. A growl, a bark, a warning signal. Most humans immediately try to stop these behaviors. But here's the dangerous misunderstanding. A growl is communication. It is your dog saying, "I am uncomfortable. I am overwhelmed. I need space." Dogs that are punished for warning signals often stop warning entirely. People think the problem disappeared, but it didn't. The communication disappeared. The discomfort stayed. And that is how many bites seem to happen without warning. The dog did warn people before. They simply learned that warning signals were not safe to use. Emotionally healthy dogs should feel safe communicating discomfort. That does not mean allowing dangerous behavior. It means recognizing communication before situations escalate. The safest dogs are not dogs that never express discomfort. They are dogs that trust communication works. Number 6. You constantly interrupt their rest. Dogs need far more sleep than humans, and rest is deeply connected to emotional health. But many dogs rarely experience uninterrupted peace. People wake them suddenly, touch them while they sleep, film them, call their name repeatedly, move them constantly. And over time, some dogs stop fully relaxing at all. Imagine living somewhere you never feel completely safe falling asleep. Your nervous system would stay partially alert all the time. That happens to many dogs, especially affectionate dogs that humans treat almost like stuffed animals instead of emotional beings. One of the strongest signs of trust in dogs is vulnerable sleep. A dog sleeping deeply near you is saying, "I believe nothing bad will happen while I rest." That trust is enormous. Respecting your dog's need for uninterrupted rest teaches them something emotionally powerful. You are safe here. And dogs never forget environments where they truly feel safe. Number 7. You accidentally make life emotionally boring. Many dogs are physically cared for, but mentally understimulated. Their world becomes the same walls, the same smells, the same routine, every single day. Humans often misunderstand boredom in dogs. They think boredom simply means extra energy. But chronic boredom slowly damages emotional health. Dogs evolved to explore, to sniff, to investigate, to solve problems. Sniffing activates massive portions of the canine brain. To dogs, smell is not just information. It is how they experience the world emotionally. That's why walks should not only be exercise, they should be exploration. Sometimes a slow sniffing walk is emotionally more valuable than intense physical activity. Your dog does not just need movement, they need experiences, curiosity, mental stimulation, interesting moments that make life feel alive. And many so-called bad behaviors are actually signs of emotional frustration and mental starvation. Number 8. You only give attention when your dog demands it loudly. Dogs learn patterns quickly. If barking gets attention, barking increases. If jumping gets attention, jumping increases. But there is another emotional layer hidden underneath this. Some dogs learn they only matter when they become disruptive. That creates frustration, and frustration eventually becomes behavioral chaos. Healthy emotional bonds are built through small moments of calm connection throughout the day. Eye contact, gentle acknowledgement, quiet affection. Not every interaction should begin with correction. Sometimes your dog simply wants to feel emotionally included in your world. And honestly, that's not very different from humans. Number 9. You underestimate how deeply your dog loves you. This may be the saddest truth of all. Dogs form incredibly deep emotional attachments to their humans. Your dog notices your routines, your moods, your smell, the sound of your footsteps, the time you usually come home. You are woven into their emotional reality in ways most people never fully understand. And the heartbreaking part is this: your dog will spend their entire life loving you without ever knowing how long they get to keep you. Yet they love anyway, fully, every single day, without hesitation. That kind of love is rare. And maybe that's why losing a dog hurts so deeply, because they never loved us halfway. Number 10. You forget that your dog's life is happening right now. Humans live in the future. Dogs live in the present. Your dog is not waiting for next year, not waiting for retirement, not waiting until life becomes less busy. Their life is already happening, right now. The walk you postponed, the moment of affection you ignored, the evening you stayed distracted on your phone. Those moments become your dog's entire life story. And one day, without warning, you will realize how quickly the years passed. Their face turned gray, their steps slowed down, and suddenly you would give anything just to relive one ordinary day together. That is why understanding your dog matters now, not later, because love is not only feeding them or protecting them. It is learning how they experience the world while there is still time to make that world feel emotionally safe. Your dog does not need perfection. They never did. They simply need your patience, your consistency, your attention, your calm presence, and your willingness to finally understand what they've been trying to tell you all along. If this video changed the way you see your dog, subscribe for more videos about canine psychology, emotional bonding, and pet behavior. And before you go, leave a comment below. What is one thing your dog does that now feels completely different after watching this video?